All right, viewers, once again, you're welcome to the show. I still remain my humble self, MC Comedian Chief or Che Idoma One of Africa. And don't forget, this is Rescue TV. And this afternoon, I'm still here with my regular guests. Sir, once again, you're welcome. Please, can we meet you once again, sir?
Thank you. I'm Reverend Emmanuel Olorumagba, the National Director of Media and Publicity Rescue Movement for New Nigeria and Chief Editor for Rescue TV.
Once again, you're welcome, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, now we're going to look at a very dicey topic in this edition, talking about presidential analysis. So we have so many people contesting from different platforms. We have that of Tinubu from APC, we have Atiku Abubakar from ADC, we have Peter Obi, and the rest of them. So, sir, what can you say about all this?
Thank you for this wonderful question. Like you rightly said, 2027 is just by the corner, which will be election year. And so far, the candidates that have political parties to contest on are one, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Of course, we know he's the owner of APC. There's nobody that will try anything in APC. In fact, if you buy APC presidential form, you only buy it to waste your money or maybe just for popularity alone. And also, similar to the name APC is ADC. ADC belongs to Atiku Abubakar, except we want to deceive ourselves. Because if Atiku is deceiving us and we deceive ourselves, then it will be so funny. We can't deceive ourselves. Atiku is the owner of ADC. Atiku has bought ADC right now. So ADC is in the pocket of Atiku, which is going to use to contest in 2027 as a presidential flag bearer. Anybody that go and buy ADC presidential form, he's just wasting his money. And I'm very sure that the likes of Peter Obi will not go and waste his money buying ADC presidential form, except he just want to make a caricature of himself. But the like of Amichik, of course, can buy the form because we know they're also in line together. Therefore, we only have Tinubu that has a party that is certain, Atiku that has a party that is certain. Of course, Omoyele Sowore, his own party also. Of course, he will definitely be his own presidential flag bearer of the party of which he is the chairman. Then, other candidates too have not really vividly come forward to really either through their body language or whatever, really prove the party that they will flag. Example is Peter Obi. Till now, nobody knows the party that Peter Obi will flag. But any political analysis will tell you that Obi will not flag the party of ADC. ADC belongs to Atiku. Any political analyst will tell you that Peter Obi will not joke around Labour Party because Labour Party is already in the pocket of Tinubu as one of his political legs. And also, PDP has been captured by Wike. We said we deceive ourselves. Wike has captured PDP, and I can keep PDP inside box and put padlock and lock it and put the key in his pocket in Aso Rock. Therefore, I'm sure Labour Party, Peter Obi will not go to Labour Party, will not go to PDP. Then which party will he flag? We are yet to know. And also, we also have another candidate like His Excellency Fadojoe Joseph, aka Fadojoe, that also contested alongside Peter Obi. We also expect him to unveil his party. But by knowledge, I know that he's already a bit certain of the party he's going to run in. And I want to say, as far as I'm concerned, he's more at advantage than Peter Obi. Because I'm sorry to say, Peter Obi at this juncture is still more confused than confusion itself. Because he doesn't even know where he belongs. And he doesn't even know which party will flag. And if there's any move he's making, there's no how he will not be getting the signal that he's already making a move. And somebody said he that fails to prepare to fail. An election is not a rocket science. I just wake up from the wrong side of the bed or from the right side of the bed one day and just say you are contesting. You need enough time to prepare. And I'm I'm saying, the like of Fadojoe Joseph has been preparing secretly behind. And one of those prophets say, I'm not giving credence
Mm.
to what the prophet said,
Mm.
but I'm just making a reference to it and not in full support that an unknown face will spring a surprise. And I also want to say, spiritually, it takes a David from the backside of the desert to rescue any country. Let me give you an example of Israel. When Israel needed a king and there was a need for a rescue, God told Samuel to go to the house of Jesse, an unknown person, and anoint me a king. The Hebrew word king there, the Greek word king there means what we interpret as president now. And then when he got there, he saw Eliab, the firstborn. He has the charisma. He has everything it takes to be the president of a nation. And he took the oil and he wanted to anoint him. And God said, no. You look at the face, but I look at the heart. I don't consider what you consider. And the second, the third, until the last one. And God still said, no. And he said, don't you have any child? And that was when they remember that there is one that they forgot, the forgotten one at the backside of the desert that were battled with animal to keep rearing animal in the jungle. And the king and the prophet said, no, I will not sit until they arise. And when they become, God said, yes, this is the man. And he anointed him. A David will rise from the backside of the desert. The one that is unknown. The one that people will neglect. The one that people will look at and say, this one does not have the charisma of a president. This one does not have the money bag of a president. This one does not have the backing of the godfathers that can be the president of Nigeria, so that God can take the glory at the end of the long run. I believe that that is the person that is coming to take over the mantle of leadership in this country. We don't know when, maybe 2027, it can be in the next election, it can be whatsoever, but I know that there is a David. That there is a David that is being prepared. And let me say, of course, by my affiliation with him, of course, I have to be. Of course, he's my person, and I have to be to show my solidarity with him. And of course, I will say, Fadojoe Joseph is the David that God is waiting for. I'm not saying God told me. Please don't say one reverend said God told you. I'm not saying God told you, but I'm saying by what I'm saying, by human knowledge and by other preparation, yes, we are expecting a David in the person of Fadojoe Joseph, aka Fadojoe.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. One interesting thing about this political era now is that for the fact that most of those candidates that are still coming out had never been presidents before. Not like the case of Buhari, case of Obasanjo that had 8 years and they came back again, and now they had another 8 years. But these people are just coming in. Now, irrespective of everything, now you made mention of Fadojoe. I don't know. Nigeria now do more of political party thing. That's what I observe. So, which party can he possibly win election? Under which can, because you've not even made mention of his party. So I keep wondering, how can this man possibly win this election?
Thank you. While you were asking your question, you made mention of something that made me to start thinking. You said, out of all of those that are intending to contest as president now, none of them has been president before, which is true. And I started thinking, Atiku has never been president, Peter Obi has never been president, Fadojoe has never been president, Omoyele Sowore has never been president, Hashim has never been president. At least these are the people, even Wike also, of course, we know Wike will not contest, but let's even say Wike, because he will never contest against his boss, has never been president. Even Makinde has never been president, and these are the people that are likely to contest once again. Wow, it's going to be. So that is the only one that has been president before is only Tinubu. And that is the person we want to come together to rescue our country. Well, back to the issue of Fadojoe.
Yeah, Fadojoe.
The party is going to flag. I don't want to speak for him for now,
Mm,
but there is a serious underground work that is really going on concerning the party he's going to flag.
mm,
Serious underground work. In fact, he's more prepared as I'm talking to you right now. Now, some of these people that you are hearing, more
mm,
prepared, but he's doing his serious underground preparation.
mm,
It's just like what Yoruba people say, wọ́n ní olójú jíjìn,
mm,
òkèèrè ló ti máa mẹ́kún súnbọ̀.
mm,
That means somebody whose eyes is very deep
mm,
inside. When he's going to mourn, he will start crying from afar off.
mm,
So that the tears can start gathering and gathering since the eyes is deep.
mm.
By the time he's getting to the house of mourning, the tears will have gathered enough and will have been able to come out. So that he will not get the people are shedding tears and he's the only one not shedding tears. Therefore, himself knew that, of course, I don't have the money back. I don't have the political godfathers, but I have God the Father, and that is why he has been doing his own preparation. So I may not want to unveil his party until he's ready to unveil his own political party with fanfare, live and direct in the federal capital territory of Nigeria, the capital city of the country, Abuja, and that will be done in 2026.
Okay. Finally, let me take this before we sign off from the studio. You sound so confident about this Fadojoe. Looking back at the previous election, Peter Obi was a serious influence under the Labour Party, and you made mention of Fadojoe to do better than Peter Obi. If Peter Obi could put such a crowd or put such an influence in the previous election, automatically it shows that Fadojoe will emerge winner of this 2027 presidential election.
Thank you. Over the issue of Fadojoe, of course, Fadojoe wanted to contest under NNPP before His Excellency Rabi Musa Kwankwaso came into NNPP and hijacked the entire structure. Then he moved to Labour Party, and it was helping Labour Party to build structure pending the arrival of Peter Obi. And when Peter Obi came, he was one of the people that were forced to step down. Forced to step down for Peter Obi. This young man was so confident that he said, "Okay, there's no problem. I have bought the presidential form and I'm qualified to contest. His Excellency Peter Obi is also qualified to contest. Dr. Professor Patitomi is also qualified to contest. Let's go to the field and contest for the primary. Whoever emerge out of all of us who support the person," but they refuse to allow the contest. Rather, he was forced to step down, and he has to step down for Peter Obi. I value his confidence. I cherish his confidence. I cherish his boldness and his audacity. Okay, I'm talking about Fadojoe. What I mean is that so far so good with what I've seen in Fadojoe in terms of affiliation with political party. He's more prepared than Peter Obi. So far, out of all the presidential aspirant or presidential hopeful, except we deceive ourselves, Tinubu is the most prepared as of today. Of course, Atiku is next. Having hijacked a party, and we already know that Atiku is the owner of ADC. Then, after that, I can confidently tell you Fadojoe. Why? What advantage has he over Peter Obi? Like I said before, Peter Obi is more confused than confusion himself. I love Peter Obi a lot. I supported him in 2023 election. In fact, when I contested for House of Representatives in Kababuni, Jumu Federal Constituency, everywhere you see my picture, you see Peter Obi's picture. Every publicity I did for myself, I did for Peter Obi. So I believe so much in Peter Obi, but my problem with him is that he is not decisive. And the election is very, very close by the corner. And till now, I can tell you that Obi does not know the party he will run under. Fadojoe has already known the party will run under. He's already doing underground work. He's already doing underground preparing. And he's already setting the date for the official declaration today. He has the whole of his plan from 1st of January 2026 down to the day of election intact, despite the fact that INEC has not announced election timetable. Fadojoe is prepared.
All right, thank you very much for your answers. We'll come to the end of today's segment of the program. So, catch us up in the next edition and let's talk more of politics and other issues that concerns Nigeria. Once again, say hello, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.